It has been a minute since I've brought you any of my teams, so in today's video I've got one of the strongest Great League Remix teams I've come up with in quite a while. If you are looking for a few more wins in the Great League Remix, do stay tuned. This team is absolutely insane. You're not going to want to miss it. It does incorporate that new Pokemon Araquinid into the team. It's absolutely such a powerful choice and a really great lead with the Bubble Beam and the Bug Buzz. You've got the debuff and the nuke potential there, which is always nice when you land a Bug Buzz. The opponent's expecting a Bubble Beam, always nice. So as always guys, before we jump into it, please do smash that subscribe button if you've been enjoying my content. That would really mean the world to me. Stick a like on the video, because why not? Let's jump straight into it. Okay everyone, so we are jumping into the first match now, but this is the start of a match and we're going to see how broken Go Battle League still is. I tried to join into a match and it took me back out of the screen to claim some rewards and then jumped me back into the match, so I think this opponent got a bit ahead of me, but we're not going to let that bother us too much. We're going to start firing off the Bubble Beams against this Stunfisk. Not the best matchup for us. The Discharge will be super effective against our water typing, but obviously we shield the first one and then get off a couple of Bubble Beams because that is going to reduce the damage that this Stunfisk is putting out, and Araquinid has very favourable bulk. It's so good. I've really enjoyed using it, to be fair. It's definitely worth building if you haven't built one yet. I'm glad the Stunfisk hasn't gone for a farm down there. We would have got to another Bubble Beam, but I'm glad it's thrown its energy. Now I'm coming with Diggersby. Nothing this Stunfisk has is going to be doing too much to us. This is an XL Diggersby rank 4. It cost me a lot of dust to build, but again, another Pokemon I'd really recommend building for Great League Remix if you haven't ground one out. The opponent doesn't shield that Earthquake, almost booms the Marowak, and we are almost able to Mudshot down. Again, Bone Club and Shadow Bone won't do too much to us and we can just farm down the Marowak. We're in a good position here, and look what's coming in now. We are kind of concerned here because the opponent hasn't shielded anything and they still haven't there. Could have thrown an Earthquake, but I'm going to go with a spammy Fire Punch because it's still super effective and is doing about a quarter of their opponent's health per one. And it's so spammy. They're gonna have to start shielding soon, or they're in serious pressure. We've still got Dragalge full health in the back and a shield. We're sitting pretty here. We'll shield this up. It was only a Flash Cannon, strangely enough, but still Focus Blast would have one-shot us. Now I'm going to come in with Dragalge after taking the opponent's shields. Flash Cannon does over half our health. We're going to be able to Aqua Tail here. I noticed that I could be in trouble, so I'm going to undercharge. That did less than I thought it would, but the opponent wasn't able to charge up. I'm going to throw the Aqua Tail here. Might have been able to farm down, but I didn't want to risk it. Takes out the Stunfisk and then one Dragon Tail to take out the Registeel. That's a great first match, well played to the opponent there. Jumping straight to the second match, we've got Araquinid in a neutral matchup against an Alomomola. We are going to be doing very good damage here with the Bug Bite, and then they bring in a Diggersby. Perfect timing to take a Bubble Beam, and that is going to reduce the attack that this opponent is going to be firing at us. I do decide to shield the first one in case of an Earthquake, but unfortunately shielded a Fire Punch and then some lag there. I couldn't get the Bubble Beam off. Niantic haven't fixed the game yet. It is a shame, but we're going to keep hoping for these fixes at some point. Get off another Bubble Beam on the Diggersby and we've almost got it to half health. There we go. Araquinid versus Diggersby. You wouldn't think it'd put up as much of a fight as it does. And there's the Earthquake. Not very effective. I'm still learning this team. I shouldn't have shielded the first attack because I didn't realise Earthquake was resisted on Araquinid as well, so still learning myself. Not afraid to admit it. Okay, so we're going to come in with Diggersby now. We know it's a favourable matchup. They switched in a Marowak. Shadow Bone does absolutely nothing to us there. We're going to charge up a bit of extra energy, then fire off the Earthquake. I do go for an undercharge, but even then the Marowak can't stand an Earthquake. Now we're just going to start firing off the Fire Punch at the Diggersby as it is pretty low. We do get a shield there as well, which is very handy. I know that Diggersby is so bulky it can take a charge move even if it's an Earthquake. Yeah, it does about half our health, but now in comes the Alomomola. Charge up a couple more Mudshots and then switch into Araquinid. I will shield this up because I want to get off a move. Hopefully I can make it before the Alomomola. We are going to go for the Bug Buzz nuke. Hopefully the opponent doesn't shield. They do smartly shield there. We are going to get taken out, unfortunately, but the opponent has thrown their energy, so we are still in a good position here. We can now come in with Dragalge, look at the Dragon Tail damage, go into work on the Alomomola, which is a bulky Pokemon, by the way. I have used a lot of Alomomola, it is a great choice. Can we farm down? We can farm down the Alomomola. We're looking good. In comes the Diggersby, can't get to a move, and Aqua Tail will be closing out the game quite well. So even though we're facing off against meta Pokemon here, guys, this team, not the most meta, but quite you know, don't expect to see it. Well worth investing in this team, that's for sure. I've had a great time with it so far. I actually look forward to battling with this team again, you know. So we're against Kanto Ninetales. Bug Bite is doing a respectable amount of damage considering it is resisted. Psyshock does absolutely nothing. Bubble Beam is such a good move. It just puts on so much pressure. The opponent, you know, might want to switch out because they're not doing any damage. I think we'll still be able to tank another one. Yeah, we can take that. And in comes another Pokemon. I think it was a Dedenne. Pretty spicy choice as well. We will get off a Bubble Beam and then switch straight into Diggersby because we are super effective with the Mud Shots, and the Fire Punch will be neutral on that Fairy typing. Okay, we've charged up to nearly 2 Fire Punches. Start firing these off now at the opponent. They don't shield the first one, does over half the Dedenne's remaining health. The great thing about this team is pretty much every Pokemon on it can take a charge move. So save your shields. I did try and undercharge there to farm down, but the opponent realised that and switched out smartly. Going to fire off the Earthquake now, does massive damage. And I switch into Dragalge to catch the move. I will shield up though. Grass Knot would have done favourable damage, and the opponent does quit there, knowing that they are beaten. Straight into the next match then, quick fire. We've got Araquinid against Diggersby, and then a Hypno switches in. See, people don't know the typings of Araquinid either. I'm going to go straight for the Bubble Beam. We will have to watch out for a Thunder Punch on the Hypno, that's why I've thrown the Bubble Beam first, so we don't have to shield. Still does respectable damage, but sadly we can't get off another Bubble Beam before the opponent gets to a Thunder Punch. I will shield up this time, because I'm hoping I can get off a Bubble Beam and then farm down the Hypno is my strategy. Can we make it for a farm down? Survives with 1 HP in a dream. That is unfortunate, but we still should be able to survive this after a couple of Bubble Beams, and we've got another Bubble Beam ready for the next Pokemon coming in. What is it going to be? It is a Lapras. I don't decide to go for the Bubble Beam on the Lapras, I'm going for the Bug Buzz Nuke. Watch the damage this does on the Lapras. Bang, half HP, and then I can come in with Dragalge. This team does have a weakness to Ice, guys. You want to line up your Ice types onto the Araquinid if you can, but Dragon Tail on Dragalge is still more than capable of doing damage. And they bring in a Diggersby. Look at me chunking away the health with the Dragon Tails and the Aqua Tail. Dragalge is a spicy pick in this meta, and it really does go to work. I think it is quite underused. It is weak to ground and ice though, so we're going to have to let it go down here. Probably going to be relying on Diggersby to close this match out. Going to be a close game, this one. Earthquake does massive damage, almost at half HP. I've charged up to 2 Fire Punches. Will the opponent decide to shield? They don't. Can we get a farm down on the Diggersby? I switched into Araquinid to Bug Bite down, and then the Lapras gets a little bit of farm, which isn't ideal. But I know on Diggersby we just need to get to a second Fire Punch. The opponent gets to a move. This is going to be so close. This was such an exciting match. I survived with 1 HP in a dream, and here comes a Fire Punch, which should close out the match with the neutral damage on the Lapras. What a game. Well played to the opponent there. Really enjoyable match. Fantastic game there. Very exciting. Okay, Araquinid on the lead against Vigoroth. This is a very favourable lead for us. The counters won't be doing anything, and the Bug Bites really start to add up. Look at the damage that's already done on the Vigoroth. Body Slam damage, do have to watch out for, but as soon as you start using the Bubble Beams, the Vigoroth Body Slam is definitely less dangerous. We've already got it into the half health range, into the yellow. Body Slam coming through, we're also in the yellow. but we can get to another Bubble Beam. And the Vigoroth is into the red. So what I decide to do here, I think, is... No, I still don't shield. I think we can farm down. Yeah, we can farm down. In comes a Primarina. They were just about to charm us down, but we can get to the Bubble Beam, which is good. Reduce that charm damage for the next Pokemon coming in, which will be Diggersby. Gonna have to go straight for the Earthquake. Fire Punch will be resisted by Primarina. They don't shield, that nukes the Primarina, and then in comes a Excadrill. They should definitely have shielded up that Primarina, but Diggersby is definitely going to be able to close this match up nicely. Excadrill is spammy, but we've got the shield advantage. A Fire Punch will be super effective, and we still have Dragaldi sitting pretty in the back, just waiting there. Ready for action. Both shield down of the opponent. We don't want to risk a drill run taking us out. So that is it. We're going to go for the Fire Punch. That will be super effective on the Diggersby. Damn, Fire Punch hits hard. But yeah, insane team, guys. I really do recommend you build it. Give it a go. Do subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the content today. That would really mean the world to me. Peace, and I'll see you in the next one.